position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome to Austin, Texas, and DKR, home of the Texas Longhorns. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the USC Trojans. Taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Texas Longhorns. 48 Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And the Longhorns will kick it off to get us underway. And he's not going to take the touchback. Knocked down right at the 25, and I guess he breaks even, bringing it out of the end zone. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Power football with the run. Forges ahead. Picks up about 3 to the 29. You can really set the tone for what's possible in your season in early season showdowns like this, both in the top 10 and both with the loftiest of goals.
This one's fun too, David, because we had this game circled in the offseason. We knew this was going to be a really good matchup early, and we're going to find out the answers to a lot of questions we have about both these teams.
Well, and sometimes it's hard to figure that out, right? Like, you don't get till mid-season, you're like, oh, they haven't played anybody. Out the gates, 2 top 10 teams, we get to find out really quickly who's legit.
Pulls it in, it's Wilkerson. He was off to the races, and maybe another step or two and he would have scored, but they get him at the 21-yard line.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. That last play has this defense on its heels. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 21. Give to the back. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Using his legs, it's Downs. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
You just need more from your offensive line. 2nd and short like that, you'd love to be able to fire off the ball and pick that up running it, but the defense was able to get penetration. They were able to get a stop, and now you set up 3rd down, and this offensive line is going to have to play a lot better here.
They'll break out the Wildcat to try to move the chains. Direct snap. It's Wilkerson. He'll toss it. And they just didn't get anybody on that defense out of position, and they will lose yardage on that one. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And so on their opening drive of the game, they want to stay on the field, and the offense will go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Converts on 4th down, still going. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal.
Well, to heck with being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip shot field goal with where they were on that 4th down, but they decided to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
The Trojans have this offense rolling. Quarterback, quick pass to the receiver. Touchdown, USC! And they strike first.
I mean, what a great way to start this game. Getting the football in the end zone, getting it to your big play wide receiver. Nice job by this offense.
Yeah, David, it just seems like this offense came out with a sense of urgency, right? They're playing with great energy, and it seemed like everything they dialed up on that drive worked perfectly. Really nice rhythm, really nice flow, and they cap it off with a touchdown.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run.
You know, with defense, it's this pick or poison game, right? Like, I got to play a little bit soft and make them run the football, but when I do that, I give the running back space, and right there you can tell he takes advantage of it.
Gives it on the option. And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a first down.
You love to see this on offense early in drives. Getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. Might be changing the route. Looking downfield on first down. Got a man. It's Paul. Knocked out of bounds at the 46 after the good pickup on that one.
And running backs who can add to the passing game, they can be so dangerous because once they get the catch, they're operating in much more open space than they would be on a handoff. And it really also tests the linebacker's coverage ability and those DB's tackling ability.
The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. And the Longhorns with the 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He's brought down. A short return, but the defense comes out on top with a pick.
Tell you what, defensive players don't always see where the ball is. They see the receiver and they get to chase him, but really good job seeing where the receiver is, going and making an interception, making a big play, getting the ball back to your offense.
And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. And you can give all the credit to the crowd for that one. Offense, no chance, and call for the false start. He'll do it himself. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
It doesn't matter what run play you have called, if you're running it inside or outside. If the defense gets penetration, everything's done. And you saw it on that play right there. Great job by the defense.
system. Wants to fire on second down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Wilkerson. He gets it past the first down marker, and a really nice job to set up that screen and move the sticks. Lots of good stuff on that play. You slow down the rush, you get a completion, and you move the chains.
And most importantly, you're right. You don't force a short yardage situation that you have to get. Nice job. Invite that rush up the field. Take advantage of the aggressiveness of the defense. Make the catch, make the run, get the first down.
They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. And he can't connect on the throw. It's incomplete. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. The critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there. When it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And it's swatted away. It's a turnover on downs.
Man, that is just a great job on defense there on 4th down, making a play on the ball in the air. Everybody had their eyes on the quarterback, but having great timing, swatting the ball away and doing it cleanly. No PI. And as a result, that defense has earned a rest. They're coming off the field.
Gonna take a shot. Caught at the 25.
That's a nice-looking catch on that play. And I know Texas is known for DBs, and they're known for having really good running backs. Not a lot of great receivers over the years. I'll tell you what, though, this guy has really showed up in this game. He's making plays, and I know they want to continue to build a legacy at this position here in this program.
Complete to the right. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game.
This guy's gotten off to a good statistical start, guys, but that last completion, he's already now over 1,000 passing yards on the season, and man, you know he's looking for more.
The Longhorns trying to cash it in on 1st and goal.
Here we go.
On the ground. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
And we saw it last week with this offense, right? They know who they are down here. They're going to be physical. They gave him the football, and what did he do? He rewarded you with 2 touchdown runs. I look for this offense to continue the physicality and hand that man the ball again.
Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Quarterback making checks. The give. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the 1st quarter.
It's now 3rd and goal.
That's the end of the period, and USC has the lead. One period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Lots of time left, and we are ready to get back to it and open the second period. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Second down was not what they had in mind. Now they'll try it 3rd and goal from the 8. From the gun, wants to pass. Lets it fly. Throw to the end zone. It's picked off. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you, and I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing away. He's got to do a better job working through his progressions right now. He's got tons of talent, but he's making bad decisions.
Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
Second down, he'll throw it. Quarterback just flat missed him. Incomplete. Horns up and ready to hook them. Serious noise on 3rd down in DKR. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Caught over the middle. It's Wilkerson. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. The decision to go for it does not pan out.
It's a great job there by the defense here early in this game, getting a huge stop, and they've got an opportunity to make the opponent pay. Offense taking over now.
Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
And really good job getting to the quarterback. That's priority #1, trying to get pressure on him. Get him to the ground is a bonus. They had 6 sacks in their last game. They got to keep building on that number if they want to keep stacking wins.
The Longhorns have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Wants to go up top. Right on the money. And they bring him down quickly, but a good gain there. They've moved it to the 25, but now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
It is true as he puts 3 on the board. That'll bring him to within 4.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away. Looks like he's going to bring it out. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Both of these defenses a little bend, but not breaking in clutch situations, David.
It's always exciting.
And the sack all the way back at the 5.
This is a tough part of the field. You want to try to create some space and give yourself an opportunity not to throw out of your own end zone. They didn't hold up with protection. They give up the sack, but thank goodness they didn't give up the safety.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. To the air on 2nd down. They're working that left side. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands. Get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires left. He's got it. A huge pickup on the play before he goes out of bounds, but the question is, will it stand? There is a penalty marker on the field. DKR heating up and trying to make 3rd down impossible here. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Third and long, and this crowd trying to help the defense get off the field. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Breaks into the open. The 50. He's at the 40. Running inside the 20. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Trojans.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, your game is a big one, but so is this battle right now inside the Big Ten. Nebraska is up big right now in what's shaping up to be a blowout they'll be talking about in Lincoln for some time. They're up by 21 over Purdue. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this Big Ten battle.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Wants to throw on 1st down. Going to try to pop one on the screen. He works his way up to the 33 and is pushed out of bounds.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous, you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
Makes the grab. It's Smith. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chain.
Great job creating space. That's what you're supposed to do. When you get man coverage, you got to find a way to get a step, make it easy for your quarterback to read that leverage, and when he drags across the field, he can see he had him. He completes it for the first down.
Try to get it to the edge. Fights off a defender. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
On the play.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Back to pass on second down. Makes the catch. It's Paul. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Well, it's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out in the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
Wants to adjust the pattern. On third and long, he has to throw for it. Takes a hit as he fires. That's caught. It's Graves. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
It's hard to have a grown man bearing down on you, about to hit you in the face, and you still be able to focus and keep your eyes down the field and throw a great pass to your wide receiver. Great job by the QB.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. He's got it inside the 15. Touchdown, Texas! And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him.
That's exactly what this offense needed to do. You talk about answering at the right time, right before the half, close this gap, create some momentum, go into the half, put something together, try to come out with your hair on fire and win this second half.
And the extra point is good. So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. And he's going to bring this one out. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Trying to beat the D deep. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Yeah, and I don't know what happened. He didn't look open as it is, and the QB's trying to make a play, trying to force the ball, but at least he threw it where his guy could catch it or nobody could catch it.
Behind the chains now on second and long. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
In football, you hear the term quick but don't hurt. And you can tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much, got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
Horns up and ready to hook them. Serious noise on third down in DKR. Now the play fake. Throws to the tight end. He's got an open man. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. And the offense didn't need to accept the penalty thanks to that big play. A little too aggressive with the hands there. Got him for the hold. It's 1st and 10. Out of the gun. The inside handoff looking for a crease. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Rushes on him. Snagged in the middle. It's Wilkerson. There he goes. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21.
And that's a good lesson for quarterbacks out there. When you're throwing to your running backs, if you get it to them early and they've got some space around them, they can do damage. And that's exactly what happened there. These guys are trained to be great once they have the ball in their hands. He makes people miss. He shows you the speed, and it's a big chunk play in the pass game.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play calls and everyone on the same page here. And in the waning seconds of the first half, they'll try to put up 3 before going to the break. The holder will spot it about 35 yards out. He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. The lead now 7 here in the third quarter. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. And the Trojans will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think then if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled yourselves up and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He wants to change this route. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Sends it downfield. And the pass is broken up, incomplete. But wait, there's more. Flag on the field, and it might be against the offense. Offense in an empty set. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. He'll finally go out of bounds, but he was showing off all the skills after that interception.
QB's got to pick and choose their spots when they want to be really aggressive and try to fit balls in tight windows. Great job by the DB making a big play, getting the ball back to its offense.
Unloads it left. Snags it. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Southern Cal.
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open, and he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown. No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the... It'll be a touchback. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
Really good job hauling that pass in. You know, I know Texas is a place a lot of people think about great DBs, and they've had a lot of really good running backs, too. I think the receiver position is one, though, that they want to build a legacy around. This guy right here, he's really stepping up in this game today, and he's the guy that Longhorn fans, they need to keep their eyes on for years to come.
Looking to throw on first down. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be second down.
The bad news is it's incomplete, but the good news was the quarterback, I think, made the right decision that time, actually throwing it away. He's been burned a couple times early in this one with some picks in this game, and so that time, instead of trying to force the play and make something happen out of nothing, he just throws it away. The defense wins that down. You live to play another day.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. Midfield, he's got room. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just a great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
The Longhorns will have it 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. He wants to take the top off. Makes a grab for big play. Touchdown, Longhorns! Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house.
It's so challenging to stop the middle of the field passes deep down. You stretch me in these zones. I got to run with you in man. It's always a good idea to run those deep posts, and you can tell they saw it all the way. Receiver, quarterback on same page, gets the big touchdown.
And he's not going to take the touchback. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. They're still holding the lead, but hoping to flex a little muscle on this drive. Unloads quickly. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Here comes the offense on second down. Defense dropping into soft coverage. Give to the running back. Yeah, it's a bit of a surge, and he's knocked down after picking up 3 to the 26.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
DKR heating up and trying to make third down impossible here. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop. fourth down, going to the air. Takes a hit as he releases it and just spiked him right to the ground.
That's a gutsy call. And I know the analytics world says to go for it more often, but when you're in your own territory and now you turn the football over to the other team, points are so much easier to get. Obviously, I know, Jesse, it didn't take a color commentator to figure that out.
Bringing the heat. And here's a fumble way behind the line. It's as if that ball had a magnet going back to the offense. How in the world did they keep it?
Good awareness by the offense. You never want to see the ball on the ground, but a nice job understanding to just kind of jump on it and make sure you keep possession.
It's second and long now as this defense has some energy after that last sack. Motion from the wide receiver. He might want another play. Second down, they'll go to the air. With the catch, it's Smith. Several defenders get an assist on that tackle. And guys, they really need to make something happen on this third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Back open in the middle. He does not get there. Stopped at the 25-yard line, and let's see what they do now on fourth down. They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. And for the second time, they'll go for the field goal. The first one was good, and they'll try from 42. It is good. That'll bring him to within 4. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, a quick update on a notable game going on right now in the ACC. Louisville is getting taken to the cleaners today. We're talking heavy starch on a hanger, and don't let the door hit you on the way out.
Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. Motion from the wideout. On the ground, it's Wilkerson. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Didn't get much on first down. It's second and 9. Catch. At the 35, he's open. Flying out to the left. And a potentially touchdown-saving tackle made there after the long completion.
And this offense showing off the explosiveness, the big play down the field. This is so big because what it makes defenses do to react now. Now you scare them. Now you make them drop back a little bit. So that big passing play opens up this whole offense.
Running back has it. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, second and 6.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
And with that pass right there, dude, he goes over 350 on the day. Nice performance. This QB's been dialed in.
The Trojans have it in scoring position on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
And it's been a struggle for the run game for this offense. Man, this is something they hang their hat on. You saw last week, you saw the highlights, and just give it to the running back. Let him do his thing. Haven't been able to get him going. I don't know what's going on, but they got to find a way to get their talented back some space so he can make some plays.
These two quarterbacks have produced as we check out their numbers after 3. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. It's complete to the right. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Looking to convert, they'll go to the Wildcat. They'll turn to the Wildcat to keep this drive alive. On the direct snap, it's Wilkerson. Touchdown, Trojans! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. That one ought to give them firm control of this game, and they have gotten things going here, about to move to 4-1. And the extra point is up and good, and they have an 11-point fourth-quarter lead. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So now the Longhorns take over, and they'll send out the offense. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here. Starts a drive, trying to go up top. Hit as he throws. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
And this is going to fall on the quarterback's shoulders here in the fourth quarter. You're trailing. It's a close game. You are going to have to complete some balls. You're going to have to make some big-time throws in small windows under duress if you're going to bring your team back and will them to victory. Incomplete there, obviously, but expect them to continue to throw it. This quarterback better dial in.
He's got him this time.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the third down manageable. Really putting this offense in a good position.
And the Longhorns line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Looking to throw for it. He'll throw it. Snagged out of the air. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
And this offense is going to have to come up clutch, man. Like late in the football game, you are trailing. This is why you get paid the big bucks. This is why the quarterback is the glamour position. Like, you've got to trust him. He's got to come through. They got to put a few drives.
He's looking deep. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
And I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the fourth quarter, and you're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. They just keep firing. Pocket breaking down. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Wide receiver going in motion. Making side adjustments here. On 3rd down, he drops the throw. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
They're throwing for it on 4th down. The short hands, it's Smith. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the 1st down.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock. That is at a premium for this offense.
Fires it incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Gets it out fast. They'll wrestle him down just short of the 1st down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the 1st down.
Oh, he's got some space. They are on the move as they pick up the 1st down. They'll spot it at the 28.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy on the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
To the air on 1st down. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete. Now inside 4 minutes to go here on 2nd down. Back to pass. Right down the middle. It's complete. And they make the striking connection, and they've got it down to the 13-yard line, a red zone chance. And the Longhorns come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Steps away to find some room. Nobody open. He just throws it away, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throw away.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Looking to fire. Got a man. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6.
And here comes money down for this offense. 3rd down execution is a premium. You work on it all week ad nauseum for these moments when you can execute when the field starts to shrink.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Might be calling a hot route. They'll try to bully their way for the 1st. Smashes through the tackle. And he's run out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they keep him out of the end zone for the moment.
how about this offense deciding to run the football, be physical, find a hole, get downhill, Palmer, and get the first down?
Yeah, and it helps, too, when you've got a running back like this guy. He just knows how to fall forward and get those hidden yards. Big weapon in this offense.
And after yet another third down conversion, they've got it first and goal. On the move. And he'll finish the run at the end zone. Touchdown, Texas! They got the score they needed, but this isn't over.
No, don't call it a comeback yet. The first part, step one accomplished. But this offense obviously still has work to do. But the defense has to go out and get a stop and get him the ball back.
Looks like he's going to bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. Incomplete, thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
You want to make a guy that's elite, that's one of the best in the business, start to become more and more human. Keep getting hits on. Nice job by the defense, getting in his face, being physical. Make him feel your presence. Don't let him get comfortable back there in that pocket.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Just wanted to find a little space to run and ekes out some to get it up to the 21. Quick timeout call by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Horns up and ready to hook up serious noise on third down in DKR. From the gun, wants to pass. Quickly to the tight end. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. And wait just a second, the official is going to take a second look at this one. So the officials take a closer look and the replay booth will overturn the call. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They'll snap it from the 25 here on first down. The give and tick, 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 tick. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And this defense has got to make a play, right? It's the fourth quarter, we're trailing. You know this offense, they're going to get conservative. They want to eat that clock. You've got to bring more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to make plays. Got to get that football back.
Just want to run it, take care of the football, and keep that clock moving on 2nd and 9. Reads it, fires complete. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Assuming they can wrap this one up, guys, they've served notice early in the season, winning a game like this, that this passing game will have to be dealt with.
Yeah, top 10 team, too, because everybody knew the talent they had coming back on offense, the playmakers at the skill positions, and David,